Jwwilliams funeral directors have been proudly serving the people of this community since 1918. Service is our motto. The poor, the rich, the middle class, and all are given the best of care and attention at all times. You have the privilege to select what you want. In your time of need, contact the capable, the competent, and the dependable staff of the Jwwilliams Funeral Home, who is genuinely concerned with your care. At Jwwilliams Funeral Home, you are aptly served by the proprietor and president, Deacon Arthur L. Parker, who continues the traditions and values set forth by the past president, Dr. Napoleon Williams. Your announcements for the Jwwilliams Funeral Home Sunday morning program are Deacon Arthur L. Parker, Reverend Isaac H. Owens, Mrs. Calandra Wilkerson Parker, Minister Frankie Harmon, Miss Sandra Johnson, and Deacon Earl Clark, Jr.
Thank you, and good morning, friends. We come to you this morning to bring announcements, dedications, and songs. We certainly hope that your day may be brighter after listening to our program. The family of Mr. Omar Dominique Denard of Cordele, Georgia. The family of Mrs. Odessa Gibson Rogers McCoy of Ashburn, Georgia. The family of Mr. Capers Demond Smith of Vienna, Georgia. Would like to thank their many friends for the food, the flowers, the condolences, and all other expressions of sympathy and kindness shown to them during their hours of sorrow and bereavement during the past week. Omar Dominique Denard, age 41, of 2337 Culpeper Road, Cordele, Georgia, died Tuesday, June 16, at his residence in Cordele, Georgia. The funeral service for Mr. Omar Dominique Denard, age 41, was held on Sunday, June 28th, in the chapel of the Jwwilliams Funeral Home in Cordele, Georgia. The Reverend Isaac H. Owens, pastor of the Mount Calvary Baptist Church, officiated. The burial followed at the Gum Creek Church Cemetery, Cordele, Georgia. Survivors include his loving and devoted wife, Mrs. Nakisha Denard of Cordele, Georgia, his loving and devoted children, Mr. Omar Denard and Mr. Omar Denard, Miss Taja Denard, all of Cordele, Georgia, his loving and caring mother, Miss Irish M. Ragland of Cordele, Georgia, a beloved brother, Mr. Samuel D. Denard, and his wife, Mrs. Veronica Denard of Cordele, Georgia. His loving aunts, Miss Doreen George, Miss Alicia McKeish, Miss Deborah Bazin, and Miss Peggy Anderson, all of Atlanta, Georgia. A host of beloved cousins, other relatives, and many, many sorrowing friends survive Mr. Omar Dominique Denard, age 41, of 2337 Culpeper Road, Cordele, Georgia. Mrs. Odessa Gibson Rogers McCoy, age 67, of 205 South Leary Street, Ashburn, Georgia, died Sunday, June 21st, at a residence in Ashburn, Georgia. The funeral service for Mrs. Odessa Gibson Rogers McCoy, age 67, was held on Tuesday, June 30th, in the sanctuary of the new Mount Olive Baptist Church in Ashburn, Georgia. Her pastor, the Reverend Darrell Bryant, pastor of the Mount Zion COGA Church, officiated. The burial followed at Westview Memorial Garden in Ashburn, Georgia. Survivors include her beloved and devoted husband, the Reverend Raymond McCoy of Ashburn, Georgia, her loving and devoted daughter, Miss Danielle Rogers, her beloved grandchildren, Miss Kaylin Hawkins and her husband, Mr. Mason Hawkins, and Mr. Christian Danford Jr., her beloved stepchildren, Mr. Cornelius McCoy, Mr. Raymond McCoy, Mr. Eric McCoy, Miss Raquita McCoy, Miss Tequila McCoy, and Mr. Marcus Temple. Her beloved and devoted siblings, Mr. Albert Gibson and his wife, Mrs. Jeannie Gibson of Albany, Georgia, Mrs. Maddie Gibson Lawson and her husband, Mr. Willie Dave Lawson of Albany, Georgia, Mr. Lanier Gibson Jr., and his wife, Mrs. Mary Gibson of Ashburn, Georgia, Miss Annie Jean Gibson Manning of Ashburn, Georgia, Miss Elaine Gibson of Ashburn, Georgia, Mr. Andrew Gibson of Las Vegas, Nevada, Mr. Anthony Gibson and his wife, Mrs. Tracy Gibson of Ashburn, Georgia, and Mr. Curly Gibson of Tipton, Georgia. A host of beloved nieces, nephews, cousins, other relatives, and many, many sorrowing friends survived Mrs. Odessa Gibson Rogers McCoy, age 67, of 205 South Leary Street, Ashburn, Georgia. Mr. Capers Demond Smith, age 46, of 409 East Woodard Street, Vienna, Georgia, died Friday, June 26, at Brightmoor Hospice in Macon, Georgia. The funeral service for Mr. Capers Demond Smith, age 46, was held on Friday, July 3rd, in the chapel of the Jwwilliams Funeral Home in Cordele, Georgia. The Reverend Roosevelt Zanders officiated. Survivors include his loving and devoted children, Mr. Caden Smith of Unadilla, Georgia, and Miss Caitlin Smith of Perry, Georgia. His beloved and devoted mother, Miss Deborah Brown of Vienna, Georgia. A beloved father, Mr. Marcus Smith. His loving and devoted sisters, Miss Markeisha Brown and Miss Alicia Brown, both of Vienna, Georgia. A beloved brother, Mr. Travis Barnum, and his wife, Mrs. Shanika Barnum of Vienna, Georgia. A host of beloved aunts, uncles, nieces, nephews, cousins, other relatives, and many, many sorrowing friends survived Mr. Capers Demond Smith, age 46, of 409 East Woodard Street, Vienna, Georgia. Again, the family Mr. Omar Dominique Denard of Cordele, Georgia. The family of Mrs. Odessa Gibson Rogers McCoy of Ashburn, Georgia. The family of Mr. Capers Demond Smith of Vienna, Georgia, would like to thank their many friends for all of the many kindnesses shown to them during their hours of sorrow and bereavement during the past week. May God bless each of you, is their prayer. The Jwwilliams funeral directors serving Cordele and Vienna were in charge of each of these arrangements during the past week. And now, it is certainly with the deepest regret that we make the following announcements. Miss Tracy Levon Fagan, age 54, of 917 Richardson Street, Cordele, Georgia, died Friday, June 26th at the Chris Regional Hospital in Cordele, Georgia. Survivors include her loving and devoted children, Miss Jabri Hutchins and her spouse, Shakora, a beloved son, Mr. Tyrone Taylor, her beloved brothers, Mr. Willie Fagan Sr. and his wife, Mrs. Sheila Fagan of Noonan, Georgia, Mr. Eric Fagan Sr. and his wife, Mrs. Krista Fagan of Port Orange, Florida, and Mr. Chris Collins and his wife, Mrs. Angela Collins of Stockbridge, Georgia, her beloved aunts and uncles, Miss Mary Collins, Mr. Charles Collins II and his wife, Mrs. Annie Collins, Miss Ernestine Collins, Miss Sharon Hines, Mrs. Lucille Fagan Baker, Mr. Jerry Collins, Deacon Jimmy Lee Fagan and his wife, Mrs. Lavonza Fagan, and Miss Gail Fagan Grant, and a host of beloved nieces, nephews, cousins, other relatives, and many, many sorrowing friends survive Miss Tracy Levon Fagan, age 54, of 917 Richardson Street, Cordele, Georgia. The funeral service for Miss Tracy Levon Fagan, age 54, will be held on Monday, July 6th at 11 a.m. in the chapel of the Jwwilliams Funeral Home in Cordele, Georgia. Elder James Patterson will officiate. The eulogy will be delivered by Elder Terrence Walker. The burial will follow at the Bethel Cemetery in Cordele, Georgia. The public visitation will be today from 1 until 5 p.m. at the Jwwilliams Funeral Home. Mr. Willie Williamson, age 60, of 910 South 5th Street, Cordele, Georgia, died Sunday, June 28th. Survivors include his loving and devoted children, Miss Kateria Williamson of Vienna, Georgia, Mr. Xantavius Williamson of Tifton, Georgia, and Mr. Drew Wellens of Cordele, Georgia, Mr. Xantavius Wellens of Atlanta, Georgia, 3 beloved grandchildren, 2 great-grandchildren, a beloved sister, Miss Betty Williamson of Cordele, Georgia, his loving aunts and uncles, Mr. Ernest Williamson and his wife, Mrs. Sarah Williamson, Mr. Jackie Williams and his wife, Mrs. Valena Williams, and Mr. Lawyer Williamson, Jr., all of Cordele, Georgia. A host of beloved cousins, other relatives, and many, many sorrowing friends survive Mr. Willie Williamson, age 60, of 910 South 5th Street, Cordele, Georgia. The public visitation will be from 1 until 5 p.m. on Wednesday, July 8th, 2026 at the Jwwilliams Funeral Home. Miss Martha Ann Jackson, age 73, of 411 West 4th Avenue, Cordele, Georgia, died Saturday, June 27th at the Chris Regional Hospital in Cordele, Georgia. Survivors include her loving and devoted daughter, Miss Michelle Daniels of Cordele, Georgia, a bonus daughter, Miss April Glenn of Cordele, Georgia, her beloved grandchildren, Miss Tiana Moses of Jacksonville, Florida, Mr. Demario Daniels, and Miss Chantria Daniels of Cordele, Georgia. 9 beloved great-grandchildren, her loving and devoted sisters, Mrs. Brenda Edwards and her husband, Mr. Walter Edwards of Cordele, Georgia, Miss Donna Faye Kears of Cocoa, Florida, her beloved brothers, Mr. Tony Jackson and his wife, Mrs. Donna Jackson of New Orleans, Louisiana. Will be held on Saturday, July 11th at 11 a.m. in the chapel of the Jwwilliams Funeral Home in Cordele, Georgia. The minister selected will officiate. The public visitation will be held on Friday, July 10th from 1 until 5 p.m. at the Jwwilliams Funeral Home. Mr. Johnny Lee Brown, age 64, of 1015 Seven Springs Drive, Cordele, Georgia, died Saturday, June 20th at the 10th Regional Hospital in Tifton, Georgia. Survivors include his loving and devoted wife, Mrs. Eddie Jean Maynard Brown of Cordele, Georgia, his loving and devoted children, Mr. Gregory Robert Brown of Warwick, Georgia, Mrs. Kendra Pruitt and her husband, Mr. Gregory Pruitt, Miss Kimberly Brown, both of Cordele, Georgia, a beloved sister, Mrs. Aline Brown Mitchell of Cordele, Georgia, a host of other relatives, and many, many sorrowing friends survived Mr. Johnny Lee Brown, age 64, of 1015 Seven Springs Drive, Cordele, Georgia. The funeral service for Mr. Johnny Lee Brown, age 64, will be announced at a later date pending the completion of the arrangements. Retired educator, Mother Alberta Ashman Harris, age 90, of Perry, Georgia, formerly of Macon County, Georgia, died late Saturday night, July 4th, at the home of her beloved daughter. Survivors include her loving and devoted daughter, Miss Segra J. Harris of Upper Marlborough, Maryland, and a host of other relatives and many, many sorrowing friends survived. Retired educator, Mother Alberta Ashman Harris, age 90, of Perry, Georgia, formerly of Macon County, Georgia. The funeral service for retired educator Mother Alberta Ashman Harris, age 90, will be announced at a later date pending the completion of the arrangements. The Jwwilliams funeral directors serving Cordele and Vienna are in charge of each of these arrangements during this week. Friends, that conclude our funeral notices for this morning. And as always, we do remind each of you concerning our pre-funeral arrangements planning available at the Jwwilliams Funeral Home, with packages available with a single pay, a 3-year pay, a 5-year pay, and a 10-year pay. So please stop by and talk with us concerning your pre-funeral arrangements needs available at the Jwwilliams Funeral Home. And also whole life insurance is available at the Jwwilliams Funeral Home.
And now for announcements. Mount Moriah Baptist Church homecoming will be today. Sunday school at 10 a.m., morning worship at 11 a.m. And at 1:30 p.m., Green Grove Baptist Church and Pastor Jarrell McIntosh will be the guest. Dinner will be served. Mount Moriah Baptist Church revival will be Monday, July 6th, through Thursday, July 9th at 7 p.m. On program Monday, Swift Creek Baptist Church and Pastor Keith McIntosh. Tuesday, Greater Macedonia Baptist Church and Dr. Elgin Dixon. Wednesday, Shiloh Baptist Church and Dr. Bobby Player. Thursday, St. Luke Baptist Church and Pastor Christopher O'Neill. Reverend Edward Lester is the pastor. New Poplar Springs Baptist Church invite everyone to worship with them each Sunday at 9:45 a.m. Each Wednesday via conference call at 6:30 a.m. for morning prayer and at 7 p.m. for hour of encouragement. The dial-in number is 253-993-3761. Again, the dial-in number 253-993-3761. Pastor Teacher Johnny Dean is the pastor. Divine Church of Christ invites everyone to worship with them in person or via Zoom each Sunday, with Sunday school at 10 a.m., morning worship at 11 a.m. Bible study each Wednesday at 7 p.m. The Zoom number is 447-485-6691. Again, the Zoom number is 447-485-6691. Brother Carl Colbert is the minister. The Shady Grove CME Church invites everyone to worship with them for Sunday school each Sunday at 10 a.m. Worship service each third Sunday at 11 a.m. The dial-in number is 518-425-1620. Bible study each Thursday at 7 p.m. via conference call. The dial-in number again is 518-425-1620. Brother Anderson Jenkins is the chairman. Reverend John Thomas is the pastor. Big Bethel Baptist Church will have deacon ordination honoring Brother Jesse Smith and Brother Joseph Smith today at 11 a.m. Reverend Rod Hubbard is the pastor. America's Pentecostal Church annual revival will be Thursday, July 9th through Friday, July 10th at 7:30 p.m. Elder Robert Williams Sr. is the pastor. The pastor of Sanctuary Apostolic Church will be the guest speaker. Pastor Fletcher Williams is the pastor. The Jerusalem Baptist Church home mission anniversary will be Sunday, July 12th at 1:30 p.m. Reverend Michael Edge will be the special guest speaker. The Jenkins Jwwilliams gospel singers will be celebrating their 66th anniversary Sunday, July 19th at Whole Truth International Ministries Incorporated. The doors open at 4 p.m. Program starts at 5 p.m. Admission is free. For more information, contact Brittany Denard at 229-591-8021. Again, contact Brittany Denard at 229-591-8021. Freedom Harvest Worship Center Vacation Bible School will be Monday, July 20th through Thursday, July 23rd from 5:30 p.m. until 8 p.m. Freedom Harvest Worship Center Back to School School Bash will be Saturday, July 25th at 10 a.m. Dr. Georgia Deriso is the pastor. Little Rock Baptist Church Annual Revival and Church Anniversary and Homecoming Celebration revival services will be Wednesday, July 8th through Thursday, July 9th at 7 p.m. Reverend Lorenzo Hurd of Albany, Georgia will be the revivalist. Church Anniversary and Homecoming Celebration will be Sunday, July 12th at 10 a.m. Sister Adeline Lofton is the church mother. Reverend Joseph Green is the pastor. Evergreen Baptist Church Annual Homecoming Revival will be Wednesday, July 8th through Friday, July 10th at 7 p.m. Reverend N. Cooper will be the revivalist. Homecoming service will be Sunday, July 12th at 2:30 p.m. Reverend C. Wilson of Spring Chapel Baptist Church will deliver the message. Dinner will be served. Reverend Dr. Sean Philpott is the host pastor. St. King Baptist Church will celebrate the 23rd anniversary of the pastor, Reverend Woody C. Barnum, Sunday, July 12th at 10:15. Reverend Joyce A. Daniels will deliver the message. First Lady Patricia Burnham is the clerk. Reverend Joyce Daniels, assistant pastor. Reverend Woody C. Barnum is the pastor. Greater Morris Tabernacle Baptist Church Annual Vacation Bible School will be Monday, July 13th through Wednesday, July 15th from 5 p.m. until 7 p.m. Everyone is welcome to attend. Deacon Arthur Park is the chairman. Dr. K.M. Williams is the pastor. Also, Greater Morris Tabernacle Baptist Church will have its one-night youth revival Thursday, July 16th at 7 p.m. Minister Caleb Green of Vienna will be the guest minister. The annual youth revival will climax Sunday, July 19th at 9:30 a.m. Brother Namias Clark, a 2026 Chris County High School undergraduate, will be the keynote speaker. Again, Dr. Arthur Parker, Deacon Arthur Parker is the chairman, and Dr. K.M. Williams is the pastor. Zion Hope Baptist Church Annual Revival will be Thursday, July 23rd at 7 p.m. Reverend Wesley Ashton, pastor of Zion Hope Baptist Church, will be the speaker. The revival will climax Sunday, July 26th at 2 p.m. Reverend Alan Waters, pastor of New Hope Baptist Church, will be the speaker. Sister Elaine Bryant, church mother. Deacon Xavier Bryant Sr. is the chairman. Reverend Willie James Felton is the pastor. The Voices of Harmony Community Choir 49th choir anniversary will be Sunday, July 26th at 3 p.m. It will be held at 3rd Coyote Baptist Church. The public is invited to attend. Mrs. Von Teresa Allen, business manager, choir directress, pianist, and reporter. Reverend Bryant K. Drake is the pastor. The Chris County 6th Annual Back to School Bash will be Saturday, August 1st at the Chris County Recreation Center from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. There will be backpacks, giveaways, free food, bouncy houses, games, college and military recruiters, free haircuts and girl braids, and much more. Mrs. Monica Robinson, Executive Director. Fort Valley State University Chris County Head Start is now accepting applications for the 2026-2027 school year. Families interested in enrolling your children are encouraged to visit the Head Start Center to complete the application and review information regarding requirements for registration. For additional information prior to your visit, contact Laquita Ginwright at 229-276-9880. Again, for more information, contact Laquita Ginwright at 229-276-9880. The Empowerment Pathway Youth Bill is now accepting applications for appointment for interviews for ages 16 through 24. They are offering the free opportunity to earn your GED, basic construction skills, career readiness, leadership training, job replacement assistance, college placement assistance, and more. For more information, contact the program director, Marisa Wedges, at 229-276-1580. Again, contact Marisa Wedges at 229-276-1580. Greater Mars Tabernacle Baptist Church invites everyone to worship with them this morning with Sunday school at 9 a.m., worship service at 9:30 p.m. Mother Mary Henderson, church mother. Deacon Arthur L. Parker is the chairman. Dr. K.M. Williams is the pastor. Mount Zion First African Baptist Church invites everyone to worship with them today at 11 a.m. Deacon Joe Wedges is the chairman. Dr. Dan James III is the pastor. Gethsemane Baptist Church invites everyone to worship with them each Sunday at 10:30 a.m. Deacon Johnny Wilson is the chairman. Reverend Cecil Strawder is the pastor. New Oak Grove Baptist Church invites everyone to worship with them each Sunday for Sunday school at 9:15 a.m., worship service at 10 a.m. Deacon Alonzo Jones is the chairman. Reverend W.W. Wilson is the pastor. The Greater Gum Creek Baptist Church invites everyone to worship with them each Sunday at 10:30 a.m. Mother Norman Solomon, church mother. Deacon Zachary Fields is the chairman. Reverend Joseph Hotherbrook is the pastor. Pleasant Valley Homecoming will be Sunday, July 19th, 2025. At 1:30 p.m., Pastor Jerry Sanders of Bethlehem Baptist Church, Doolin, Georgia, will be the speaker. Revival services will be Tuesday through Thursday, July 21st through the 23rd. On program Tuesday, Reverend Lucius Albritton. On Wednesday, Apostle Lily Weaver. And Thursday, Reverend Edward Lester. Dr. Beverly M. Bolden is the pastor. The St. Paul Baptist Church, St. Paul Presbyterian Church invites everyone to worship with them today at 11 a.m. For more information, contact Pastor Owita Hegeman at 229-406-1333. Again, for more information, contact Pastor Owita Hegeman at 229-406-1333. Pastor Owita Hegeman is the pastor. Beautiful Zion Baptist Church invites everyone to worship with them today at 11 a.m. Mother Azaline Kellogg is the church mother. Reverend Lorinda Ray is the pastor. Mount Olive Baptist Church, Warwick, Georgia invites everyone to worship with them today, with Sunday school at 9 a.m., worship service at 10 a.m. Mother William A. Walker is the church mother. Deacon Lindbergh Williams Jr. is the chairman. Bishop Jerome Milton is the pastor. The Emmanuel Baptist Church invites everyone to worship with them each Sunday, with Sunday school at 10 a.m., worship service at 11:15 a.m., Bible study each Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Mother Willeen McGill is the church mother. Reverend Gregory Williams is the pastor. The New William Groves Baptist Church invites everyone to worship with them today at 11 a.m. Deacon Winford Green is the chairman. Mother Gradine Ford is the church mother. Reverend Nakito Lester is the pastor. You're invited to worship with us at New St. Stephen's Church at 11 a.m. each Sunday morning. You're invited to join us for prayer each Tuesday at 7 p.m. via conference call. The call-in number is 732-434-2022. Also, you're invited to join us for Bible study via conference call each Wednesday at 7 p.m. The conference call number again is 732-434-2022. Dr. Frankie Harmon is the pastor. The Temple of Faith Church of God by Faith invites everyone to worship with them each Sunday. Sunday school at 10 a.m., morning worship at 11:15 a.m. Join them on live Facebook each Sunday at 11:30. Wednesday Bible study at 7 p.m. For more information, call 229-949-0144. Elder Michael Wyndham is the pastor. The Beulah Land Baptist Church invites everyone to worship with them each Sunday, with Sunday school at 10 a.m., morning worship at 11:15 a.m. Mother Diane Flood is the church mother. Deacon Willie Smith is the chairman. Dr. Dwayne Daniels is the pastor. St. King Baptist Church invites everyone to worship with them today at Sunday at 8 a.m. for Hour of Power, Prayer, and Praise. Reverend Joyce Daniel is the co-pastor. Reverend Woody Bonham is the pastor. This concludes our community announcements for today.
To remind you, if you have announcements or dedications that you would like for us to use on Sunday morning, you may send them to us via email at info@jwwilliams.com. You may fax them to us at 229-273-5111. As always, you may come in the mail, and we'll be so happy to receive them in the mail at Post Office Box 516, Mobile, Georgia 31015, or you may drop them off at the funeral home Monday through Saturday, before 12 o'clock noon on Saturdays, and any day during the week until 5 o'clock. We also encourage you to join us each Sunday morning on our TV station here, WSST, from 7 to 8 o'clock a.m. Join us on WDEC Radio 94.7 from 7:30 to 8 o'clock a.m. As always, please share with us on our J.W. Williams Funeral Home YouTube page, as well as our Facebook page. And now for dedications. Our first selection this morning is being dedicated in love and memory of our beloved Miss Martha Ann Solomon, the gospel songbird, who will have celebrated her birthday on June 26th. She departed on life on June 1st, 2010, dedication requested by her children, grandchildren, and the entire Solomon family, and all of those who had the opportunity to sing with her and be a part of her life. Gone but not forgotten, Sister Martha Ann Solomon. In loving memory of Deacon Freddie Perry, who would have celebrated his birthday on June 9th. Dedication requested by his daughter, Miss LaQuasia, and the entire Perry family. Precious memories linger still. I take this opportunity to wish a very special happy 52nd anniversary to Command Sergeant Major Norman F. Dexter and Dr. Gwendolyn Maxine Dexter, who will celebrate their anniversary who have celebrated their anniversary on Monday, June 29th. Dedication requested by their children, Toria and Norman Jr., their grandson, Noble, and the entire family, as well as all of us at the Jwwilliams Funeral Home. We say happy 52nd wedding anniversary to retired Command Sergeant Major Norman F. Dexter Sr. and his wife, Dr. Gwendolyn Maxine Dexter. May God continue to bless your union. We say happy birthday this morning to Miss Marion Wedges, who celebrated her birthday on Friday, June 26th. Dedication requested by her cousin, Deacon Joe Wedges, and the entire family. Also this morning, we dedicate this collection in loving memory of Mr. Lester C. Williams, who departed this life on July 5th, 2019. Dedication requested by his wife, Ms. Wilhelmina Williams, and the entire Williams and Rogers family. As we continue this morning with our birthday dedications, happy birthday to Ms. Ruthie Wedges, who celebrated her birthday on Saturday, June 27th. Dedication requested by the entire family. Happy birthday to Deacon Joe Wedges, who celebrated his birthday on Saturday, June 27th. Dedication requested by the Wedges family, as well as the members of the Mount Zion First African Baptist Church. Happy birthday to Brother Silas Ford, who celebrated his birthday on Saturday, June 27th. Dedication requested by Deacon Joe Wedges. Happy birthday to Mother Gradine Ford, who celebrated her birthday on Saturday, July 27th. Dedication requested by her husband, Deacon Tommy Ford, her children, grandchildren, and all of her many friends. Happy birthday, Mother Gradine Ford. Happy birthday to Mr. Stoney Lawton, who celebrated his birthday on Sunday, June 28th. Dedication requested by his mother, Mrs. Barbara Roberts, the Lawton and Epps family. Happy birthday to Miss Geraldine Harvey, who celebrated her birthday on Monday, June 29th. Dedication requested by her children, grandchildren, and the entire family, as well as the members of the Gethsemane Missionary Baptist Church. Happy birthday to Mr. Lorenzo Jones, who we affectionately know as Chubby, who celebrated his birthday on Monday, June 29th. Dedication requested by his entire family, as well as the members of the New Oak Grove Baptist Church. Happy birthday to Ms. Rosa Harper, who celebrated her birthday on Tuesday, June 30th. Dedication requested by her entire family. Happy birthday to Master Gavin Glover, who celebrated his birthday on Monday, June 29th. Dedication requested by his parents, his grandmother, Miss Rosalind Porter Johnson, and Miss Rosalind Johnson Porter, and the entire family. Happy birthday to Miss Shirley Epps, who celebrated her birthday on Tuesday, June 30th. Dedication requested by the Lawton and Epps family. Happy birthday to Miss Wilhelmina Rogers Williams, who will celebrate her birthday this week. Dedication requested by the Rogers, Williams, Brooks, and Telfair families. This selection also this morning is dedicated to Miss Janie Porter and family, Mr. and Mrs. Greg Peterson and family, for Mrs. Carrie Holmes and family, Miss Patricia Shiloh and family, for Miss Patricia Turner and family, for Mrs. Christine Pounds and family, the family of Deaconess Christine Albert. This selection is dedicated to Ella Jerome and Mrs. Ola Outlaw and family, for Dr. and Mrs. Brandon Williams and family, Reverend and Mrs. Gregory Williams and family, for Deacon William Smith and family, for the Clark family, for Miss Valerie Roy and family, Miss Sarah Jackson and family, Miss Sheba Jackson and family. The selection is dedicated to all of our friends who join us each Sunday via Facebook and YouTube. Also, we dedicate the selection this morning to Miss Willie Mae Crapp and family, Mother Willie Mae Leary and family, for Miss Cynthia Pollock and family, Miss Barbara Robinson and family, Miss Sarah Bell Jackson and family, for Mr. Roland and Mr. Sammy Epps Jr. and family, for the Redding family, the Fullwood family, for Miss Colacia Redding, happy birthday to her, for Mr. Anthony and Miss Judy Oliver and family, for Miss Janice Williams and family, Miss Marsha Whitehead Adetumiwa and family, for the New Hope and Zion Grove Church families, for the Trice family, the Vance family, the Nelson and Gamble families, the Harris family, for Mr. Calvin Douglas and family, for Pastor Woody and First Lady Patricia Burnham and family, for Miss Mary Lois Williams and family, for Miss Betty Williams and family, Miss Daisy Mae Jackson and family. Also, this selection this morning is being dedicated to Mother Adeline Lofton and family, Miss Ada B. Walters and family, for Mrs. Maddie Mays and family, Mr. George and Mrs. Josephine Lawrence and family, Mr. Randall Kearse and family, for Mr. Willie C. Grantland and family, for Mr. Freddie Bembry and family. We dedicate the selection this morning to Miss Jackie Leonard and family, Mrs. Juanita Tom family, for Deacon Leon and Minister Kathy Spears, and say happy birthday to Minister Kathy Spears as well, for Mr. Contavian Addy, for Miss Janie Mae Miller and family, for Deacon Leroy Rogers and family. Selections being dedicated to Mr. Walter Mobley and family, for Minister Alice Mae McKenzie and family, Mr. John Reese and family. Happy birthday to Ms. Lakeisha Burnell, and on her birthday, dedication is requested by her mother, her husband, and her children, and the entire Wilson and Burnell family. Selections dedicated to Ms. Darquita Hunt and family, Mother Evelyn Lewis and family, Mr. Tramell Townsend and family, for Ms. Johnny Mae Williams and family, Ms. Carol Carvin and family, Mr. Stanford Smith and family, for Ms. Mary B. Holmes and family, Mr. Julius Jordan and family, for the entire Holsley family, for Ms. Murtis Evans and family, for Ms. Sheila Johnson and family, for Mr. David Miller and family, Ms. Pearline Anderson and family, for Mr. Jake and Mrs. Mary Reese and family, for Deacon and Mrs. Silas Dowdell and family, for Ms. Mary Holmes and family, for Ms. Jackie Lattimore and family, for Ms. Jeanette Smith and family, for the entire Denard family, for Ms. Mary Hill and family, Mother Mary Minion and family, Mr. Jerome Whitehead and family, for Ms. Shivani Strickland and family, for Ms. Lily Kate Granville Cotton and family. Also, we dedicate the selections one to Ms. Ida Ruth Bryant and family, Ms. Gail Bethune and family, Mr. Tony Johnson and family, for the entire Lawton, Carter, and Epps family, for Mr. Anthony Williams and family, for the Armstrong family, the Lattimore family, for Dr. and Mrs. Thaddeus Laitner and family. Also, we dedicate the selections one for the Relaford family, the Bryant family, Mother Calder Wallace and family, for Miss Janice Williams and family. The selection is also this morning being dedicated to each of you who are here in our community this week, celebrating different family reunions, class reunions, and family gatherings. We do pray that you enjoy your stay here with us, and our program this morning is dedicated in entirety to each of you who have come to share with those different events, and that you will continue to be safe as you're visiting with us. It is certainly with the deepest regret that we make the following announcements. Ms. Tracy LaVon Fagan, age 54, of 917 Richardson Street, Cordele, Georgia, died Friday, June 26, at the Chris Regional Hospital in Cordele, Georgia. The funeral service for Ms. Tracy LaVon Fagan will be held on Monday, July 6, at 11 o'clock a.m. in the chapel of the Jwwilliams Funeral Home in Cordele, Georgia. Elder James Patterson will officiate. The eulogy will be delivered by Elder Terrence Walker. The burial will follow at the Bethel Cemetery in Cordele, Georgia. The public visitation will be held today from 1 until 5 o'clock p.m. at the Jwwilliams Funeral Home. Mr. Willie Williamson, age 60, of 910 South 5th Street, Cordele, Georgia, died Sunday, June 28th. The public visitation for Mr. Willie Williamson will be from 1 until 5 o'clock p.m. on Wednesday, July 8th, 2026, at the Jwwilliams Funeral Home. Ms. Martha Ann Jackson, age 73, of 4 411 West 4th Avenue, Cordele, Georgia, died Saturday, June 27th at the Crisp Regional Hospital in Cordele, Georgia. The funeral service for Ms. Martha Ann Jackson will be held on Saturday, July 11th at 11 o'clock a.m. in the chapel of the Jwwilliams Funeral Home in Cordele, Georgia. The minister selected will officiate. The public visitation will be held on Friday, July 10th from 1 until 5 o'clock p.m. at the Jwwilliams Funeral Home. Mr. Johnny Lee Brown, age 64, of 1015 Seven Springs Drive, Cordele, Georgia, died Saturday, June 20th at the Tift Regional Hospital in Tifton, Georgia. The funeral service for Mr. Johnny Lee Brown will be announced at a later date, pending the completion of the arrangements. Retired educator Mother Alberta Ashman Harris, age 90, of Perry, Georgia, formerly of Macon County, Georgia, died Saturday, July 4th at the home of her daughter in Upper Marlboro, Maryland. The funeral service for retired educator Mother Alberta Ashman Harris will be announced at a later date, pending the completion of the arrangements. The Jwwilliams Funeral Directors of Cordele and Vienna are in charge of these arrangements during this week. Our selection this morning is dedicated to the bereaved families whose loved ones were laid to rest during the past week. The family of Mr. Omar Dominique Denard of Cordele, Georgia, the family of Mrs. Odessa Gibson Rogers McCoy of Ashburn, Georgia, the family of Mr. Capers DeMonte Smith of Vienna, Georgia. The selection is dedicated to the bereaved family whose loved ones will be laid to rest during this week. The family of Miss Tracy Lavon Fagan of Cordele, Georgia, the family of Mr. Willie Williamson of Cordele, Georgia, the family of Ms. Martha Ann Jackson of Cordele, Georgia, the family of Mr. Johnny Lee Brown of Cordele, Georgia, the family of retired educator Mother Alberta Ashman Harris of Perry, Georgia. This selection is dedicated to our sick and shut-ins, to all of our patients in the local and surrounding hospitals, nursing homes, rehabilitation centers. The selection is dedicated to our ministers, their spouses and family, our retired educators, the men and women serving in the armed forces, both stateside and abroad, to all veterans and to everyone who listens to our program each and every Sunday morning. It is a pleasure for us to bring this program to you. Our program this morning in its entirety is dedicated in loving memory of our past president, Dr. Napoleon Williams. We dedicate our selection this morning to our president, CEO, Deacon Arthur L. Parker, his wife, Mrs. Calandra Wilkerson Parker, to their son, John Wilkerson Parker, and to each of you who tune in to our program each and every Sunday morning to watch the Jwwilliams Funeral Home program. We do apologize that we are not able to play our music this morning because of some technical difficulties that we're having here at the station, but please know that each and every song that we would play is dedicated to each of you. We thank you so much for tuning in to us this morning. As always, we bid you a pleasant, safe, and wonderful week. Until next Sunday morning, God bless each of you. And as we continue this morning, as we do know, as we are continuing this morning, we'd also like to take this opportunity to dedicate our selection this morning to all of our children who are home for the holidays, and we pray that they will continue to be safe as they enjoy their time at home from school, colleges, wherever they might be. And we also remind you of upcoming events that will be taking place in our community as well. And you're invited to worship this morning at the churches of your choice. Many of our churches will have a worship service today. We extend you an invitation to worship with us at the Mount Calvary Baptist Church, where worship service will begin with Sunday school this morning at 9:30 a.m., followed by morning worship service, which will begin at 10:45 a.m. Again, we invite you to come and fellowship with us as well. You also have a cordial invitation to worship with the churches of our community who are having worship service today. The St. Paul Presbyterian Church, the beautiful Zion Baptist Church. Also, you're invited to worship at the Greater Mars Tabernacle Baptist Church, as well as the Mount Zion First African Baptist Church. And the members of Mount Zion extend a cordial invitation for you to fellowship with them during their mission anniversary, which will be held today as well, where Sister Jwwilliams will serve as the guest speaker. And each of you are cordially invited to be a part of that worship service as well. Also, we would like to encourage and take this opportunity to encourage you, if you have not taken the opportunity to get registered to vote, please get registered to vote. This is a very crucial and important election that is coming up in the month of November as we're preparing. So please take advantage of the time that you have now to get registered. And you remember that you may register, go by the local election office. You may register online at the Georgia Secretary of State website, or you may contact any of us locally, and we'll be so happy to make sure that you get registered. But please take the opportunity to get registered to vote, because your vote does matter. This is a very crucial election that we have coming up this year, so we encourage each of you. If you are 17 and a half years of age, you are eligible to get registered to vote. And then that means you will be able to vote in the November election. So if you're having any plans on voting in the upcoming November election, please take the opportunity now to get registered, that you might have the opportunity to vote. Your vote does count. Your vote does matter. And we encourage each of us to go out in large numbers to take this opportunity to get out and vote in the November election. You have ample time now to get registered. And if you're not sure, if you registered in the past and if you're not sure if your registration is still valid, you're more than welcome to make contact with the Georgia Secretary of State website, and that will let you know if you have not been expunged. And if you have, please take the opportunity to get out and take this opportunity to vote in the upcoming election. Again, if you have announcements that you would like us to use on a Sunday morning program, you may email them to us at info@jwwilliams.com. You may fax them to us at 229-273-5111, or you may mail them to us at Post Office Box 516, Cordele, Georgia 31015. Again, we thank you for tuning in with us this Sunday morning. We pray God's blessings upon each of you. Until next Sunday morning, we bid each of you a...
Yes, I'm going to walk. Oh, that will keep my way. Oh, child.
Thank you for joining us this morning. We hope you've enjoyed our program. Tune in again on next Sunday morning. In your time of need, contact the competent, capable, and dependable staff at the J.W. Williams Family.
Some of these days.